Hello, happy Friday, fire signs, and welcome to your daily focus tarot. Today we have 9 of Cups and 2 of Pentacles. Today is a day of transformation. So, the clarifier for the 9 of Cups is death for you, right? So this is transformation. You also have Judgment and 6 of Swords, which is all about transformation too. You are the only ones to get death as transformation, though. So 9 of Cups, this is a card of looking at what you've accomplished, how you managed to balance your language and your communication with your passion, and how you managed to balance yourself mentally and emotionally and bring about that satisfaction. You're sort of looking at what you've accomplished and you're like, ooh, I actually did good. Maybe you weren't sure if you were going to do good with this transformation, but you did. And now you're happy. You've got that greener. You really listened to your higher self. You listened to spirit and what it was saying. And you took the time to think. You know, this death is in the pose of the thinker statue, right? So this is thinking. All of this crying and this being hurt and being hurt by your thoughts, because this is also in the pose of the thinker, and hiding your face and hiding who you were in the past with this sepia tone here, with this brown. This led you to this transformation. And this transformation has led you to this satisfaction, right? So looking at this feast before all the guests arrive, before it gets crowded and noisy and busy, and you're just looking at it and you're like, oh yes, I did that. I'm so happy. I'm so proud. And I'm proud of you too. So the other card that came out for you today is a card about juggling. 2 of Pentacles. It's juggling and trying to get this balance between 2 things. You see the 2 pentacles in the air and the figure 8 pattern. You see the 2 boats in the water in the figure 8. And you see this difference between the calm, solid, but lush land and the stormy sea and the raging waters and the clouds in the sky. And you see how there's this juggling between this back and forth between 2 things. And this can be work-life balance. It can be between 2 sides of yourself. It can be between yourself and another person. And it's a real struggle to get balance when you've got this card. Now the clarifiers, Judgment, which abundance pretty much every other sign has gotten. Water and Earth got Judgment. I think air didn't get Judgment though. So like we have the Star and the 6 of Swords. The Star, this is a card of healing. It's a dream come true, a wish come true. It's being in the flow. Being in the flow of life. Having that ability to listen to the messages, to listen to what's coming in and use them to your advantage to create something new. Something that you've dreamed of, something that heals you. The 6 of Swords, you see this stormy water here in this stormy sky, and how he's heading towards, he's using his wand. The swords, the wand is like the soul. It's like the soul staff and the healing staff, right? The swords are like the thoughts. And the thoughts have to be balanced between each side of the blade. There has to be a good balance for it to be, if you've never held a sword or a knife and tried to use it or tried to throw it, it needs to be balanced. So that's why swords are about balance and about thinking, because the thoughts are cutting, right? Mental clarity, cutting through the fog, or cutting through the confusion or the BS. So the swords are all here, and the wand, which is who he is at his core. This is his spirituality. This is his blend of his conscious and his unconscious. And he's going towards that mountain, towards that land that has the clearer, sunnier sky. You can think of him as being in one of these boats, and he's going towards that. So the Six of Swords, the star, is the wish fulfillment in terms of being able to get this balance that the Two of Pentacles wants, to get this healing. The Six of Swords is saying you're going towards that calmer water, that solid ground. You're in this transition phase. You're headed towards this balance and this success. And the Judgment card, this is talking about leaving stuff behind that doesn't work for you. Whether it's stuff that you're thinking, like if you're thinking negative thoughts all the time about yourself, you're going to leave those behind. If you're in a negative relationship, or like a living situation or a job situation, or you just have a lot of physical things that don't work for you anymore, and you declutter them, you go through them and you say, okay, Marie Kondo says, give it up with love, right? Tell the objects, I bought you, I thought I would use you, I don't use you more, I'm giving you to charity so that somebody who needs you can use you, and I give you away with love, that sort of thing. Judgment is talking about leaving those things that don't serve you behind, giving them to somebody else, giving them back to, giving negative thoughts back to the universe and cleansing yourself of them, because you don't need to hold on to them. You don't need to hold on to negative beliefs about yourself. You don't need to hold on to all of your stuff. If it's a job that's harming you, this could be a transition into a new job that's more stable, that gives you a better work-life balance, and that is ultimately healing for you. If it's like a relationship, this can be trying to get that balance between work and the relationship, or that balance between your personal time and time in the relationship. And you could be like, okay, I used to spend my personal time doing this, but that's not very healthy for me, and it cuts into my relationship time. And maybe you're leaving behind something that you were doing in your, non-relationship time that doesn't serve you anymore. Sitting around just watching TV, it may be good for some people, but for the majority of people, it doesn't actually help them decompress. It can make matters worse. And if you're crunched for time in a relationship, but you're spending all of your downtime doing stuff that doesn't serve you, then it doesn't help the relationship or yourself. Your downtime needs to be more focused And then your relationship time also needs to be more focused on doing stuff that serves you, on doing stuff that takes you to that higher place, to that happier place, to that calmer place where there's a wish fulfilled. You know, if you want to learn a new skill, don't sit watching the TV, you know, and then say, oh, I can't get together with the person I'm dating because I want to learn this new skill, but I spent all my free time, you know, watching TV. Or, you know, you say, oh, I'm getting together with this person and now I can't do what I want because I have to spend time with them. And then I spend time watching TV and not doing what I wanted. It's about being more focused in what you're doing and getting that balance back. This rite of passage that you're going through is really making you think about what you want to keep and what you don't want to keep. And it's going to lead to a new day. It's going to lead to a healing. It's going to lead to growth and this improved transformation. I hope those examples made sense. Have a great Friday. I'll see you tomorrow.